CherieHanson here. Today I was called on to simply channel what I'm going to talk about, just allow it to come in. And the first phrase that came to me was, "Nothing is yours." So as I look at my life and as I learn science, I begin to see how many things that I think, that I choose, the actions that I take, my responses to other people, my sense of identity, is none of it is mine if I remain in the default setting. I have come to understand this more and more over my life as I crawl my way towards freedom. It's like Shawshank Redemption. I'm just this tiny little hammer trying to get out of the mind prison. Who I am was taught to me. It was taught to me by the brain cells that went into my fetus self from my mother, which carried the brain cells from her mother and her mother and her mother, and that's science, yes. So already the brain is loaded up with a inherited ancestor story. The other thing I notice a lot lately is that we're in a place of great confusion. Many people are holding on. I was talking to a client today and I was talking about the fist in the jar syndrome. I can't get my hand out of the jar. Well, let go then. Let go of what? It's a dizzying prospect. If I let go of my interpretation of who I am, if I let go of my clinging to the reality that our culture tells us, if I let go of my identity as a Caucasian, middle-class, elderly woman, if I let go of my idea of what other people need to do to protect me, and that list, that menu is horrendously long. If I let go of my codependence and my urge to rescue everyone who's drowning, who will I be then? But that is said in a voice of fear. Who will I be if I am not the conditionally loved, physically threatened child who is blamed for every storm, every falling hail pelting on our lives, every single eruption of anger that's occurring? It was almost like I was given superpowers. The dark witch. Stop making your father angry. Stop hurting me. Stop doing the wrong thing. And so the word stop is very integrated into my identity. When we're in a place where we don't trust ourselves, the thing that we really turn to is stop. Don't try it. Don't risk it. Don't try to grow. That's crazy talk. And the other thing that we get trapped in is the people pleasing. And it's such a difficult life because you have an ankle monitor that is tracking your every step. Are you too far away from security? Are you wandering too far? Your handcuffs keep you from taking actions that would change your identity. And this is the thing. I like to think in metaphors. Well, I can't help it. It's what happens. Let's say I decide to go in for a facial reconstruction, but I don't have a picture. The plastic surgeon hasn't told me what my face will look like. Let's say I go in for liposuction or body modification, but the surgeon has not told me what I will come out being. And that's what we're feeling right now. We're feeling like I can feel that I'm being called to transform. I can feel that I am being called into my higher self, into my more connected to the field, to the energy beyond 3D. And it's fucking frightening. Like, get in the car. Where are we going? I don't know. And you look over at the driver and the driver's blind. Like, whoa, what's happening? And so for me, I'm noticing yesterday I was painting the front step yellow, which is for my yellow chakra, which is the gut, and it's power, it's self-confidence, it is the trust that the gifts you were given when you came into this world are to be used and not hoarded or hidden. I had an attack of words. There were lines coming to me for poetry, and as I'm painting, I'm going, oh my God, that's beautiful. And the urge was to write them all down. I have to put the paintbrush down and write them down. They were being summoned by the mundane repetition of the brush. I was bypassing my ego. I was bypassing my default identity and just connecting with this astounding, powerful energy of creation with words. And I kept seeing myself wanting to grab them. Now, that comes from not trusting the source. If I don't write them down right now, I'll lose them. They'll be gone forever. It's kind of like my cat when I leave my yard. It comes to the fence like, whoa, come back. And so it was interesting for me to watch. And one thing I can say with so much gratitude to myself is I have learned to understand when a lesson is coming in and look at it and listen to it and feel it in my body, not fight it. Oh, wow, I'm thinking, those words are just coming to you. It's like you're some kind of fantastic magical magician. You're wielding this power of words and speech and vision, and I'm painting. I'm continuing to paint because my goal is to get the step painted. But as I'm doing it, I see that it's kind of like going through some kind of MRI. I'm getting this vision of myself that I can't normally see. I'm getting this vision of how I am connected to Source. How does it show up for me? And it felt like I'd been walking on the frozen ground, the hard ground, the desert, the Norway, the depleted earth. And suddenly I'm in this warm shower, this surrounding by light and warmth and beauty. And the first thing I came to, which I want to share with you, I didn't do that. It's not me. I didn't do that. That was Source. That was the universe. That was guides and angels and the quantum energy that exists out in the world. So this is what I came to today in what I'm channeling, and I'm just letting it appear. You know me well enough now to know this is the way I allow the universe to work through me. We don't need to be afraid of letting go of who we were told to be. We don't need to be afraid of letting go to the phobias and the terror and the trauma and the wounding that came in our past. We identify it with so strongly that we hold on to it like it's some kind of razor wire wrapped stuffy. It's cutting me to pieces, but I'm going to hold on to it. And so to get in a place where we realize that we're being changed, we're being upgraded, we're being given gifts in this chaos. And all we're asked to do is surrender to it. Trying to control will just keep you stuck with your fist in the jar. Why can't I get my hand out? You're holding on too hard to what you think is real, and that will stop you from getting to a place where you're going to experience so much more joy, so much more confidence in yourself, so much more love for yourself as you are. Not if you've done something good. And this is something that I'm really starting to see right now is we have been thwarted in our ability to accept ourselves. What if we are covered in mud, scratched from going through the brambles, feeding our brother mud and dandelion greens, being rebellious and nasty-tempered and, filled with the devil and a rebellious spirit, somebody who doesn't comply, somebody who just doesn't fit in, all of that stuff. What if we could look at ourselves and say, damn, you're cute. Just the way you are. Right now. And let me kiss you on the nose and say, I love you. You're adorable. So that came to me today. I'm sharing it with you. We need to think about it. We need to think about it and focus on it and let go and allow the universe to help us to grow. Let go and we will grow. Isn't that wonderful? So that's what came to me while I was painting the front steps yesterday. If you want a psychic channeled reading, I can help you. I can look at you and I can actually see where the trauma was, what happened, what needs to be corrected in your energy. I can coach you at a distance. It's just something I was given. I knew about it when I was 4 years old, and I'm 80 now, so I'm pretty good at it. So contact me. We can set up a contract between you and get your life calmer and more satisfying. Please subscribe to my video and make a comment that's positive. Thumbs up. I'm going to come in on my end and learn how to do SEOs because I've got to grow up. That's my goal. My goal is to try and become an adult soon. And I want to say to you, thank you. I appreciate you.